Hey guys, it's Hustlemon. Cheers for dropping by in today's video. So we are now officially on episode number 3 of my investment binder series, and this is a bit more later than I wanted to upload it. I tried to get it out like near enough first 2 weeks of the month, but I'll explain what's happened along the way this time around. But firstly, I just need to point out something from last episode. As you can see, we've had an increase over here on the binder collection value, so it's actually gone up to £104, so a £7 increase from last episode. And I was expecting a dip if you guys watched episode number 2, and the reason why behind that was because that absolutely inflated price on Miraidon that someone bought over there for about £10 to £11. But I'll explain what's gone on over here. Firstly, Charizard VMAX has had an increase from £16 to £20 area right now. And I know why. That is because, firstly, we got the new Ultra Premium Collection box that's come out, the Terapagos one, as of this month. Secondly, as well, is the Ultra Premium Collection box, the Charizard one, is actually increased in prices from Magic Madhouse on Amazon. These are still 2 e-commerce websites you can find this product. Magic Madhouse increased it from 130 to 140. Amazon went from 150 to 180. So this is basically going to be a vaulted product soon. Like, I do not expect to see this on the market next year, and honestly, it's an absolute incredible set. Like, the Ultra Premium Collection box with the 3 Charizard cards that you get in there is absolutely beautiful. I can obviously go on about this all day, but I've got it as a sealed product myself, and hopefully, you know, that means it's starting to gonna see an increase very shortly soon. I might even see it like almost double to the value that I paid for it as of next year. Secondly, guys, it is the Miraidon over here, and this has actually still shocked me. So it's roughly about 760 now, and this price frame, and I'll be honest, guys, I was expecting this to dip around £3 to £4 area. Now, I'm not sure what's the reasoning behind it. I have 2 theories, basically, because someone's obviously just bought this last week as of £7.60. First theory is, again, you know, the YouTube Poke algorithm that I have with all the other investors, or so-called Poke investors, I should kind of really point out, is all of a sudden like praising the glory of the Scarlet and Violet original base set Elite Trainer box. They're going, oh wow, look at it, it's increased, and you know, this is the era that started 151 and all this. This is the time frame now. It's coming up to being this many years old, and I'm like, oh, here we go. And obviously, naturally, it's gone ahead and increased in price as well. So again, that's probably the reasoning why. Second thing I can only speculate is the Miraidon card, to be fair, is an absolutely stunning card. Like, the design of it is beautiful. Like, I'm old school. Like, I literally just stick to my 151s, my silver and gold era Pokemons. They're familiar to me. Miraidon and Koraidon out of the 2 Pokemons, if I was to pick, you know, just purely by like absolute epicness of the Pokemon, Miraidon stands out. The card looks absolutely beautiful, and again, the new school audiences might have attachment to this card that in ways that obviously I can't see because of, you know, my stubbornness of being an old school guy. But that's it, you know, that's where I can only speculate the 2 reasons behind it. You know, just that, like I said, I'm a bit shocked just to see it roughly around that price frame. But you can see overall, you know, we're seeing some changes around the market area over here. So some cards have stuck on the same price frame. Some cards are increasing as well. But overall, we're definitely on the up to the amount that I've originally paid. So yeah, this month, guys. In fact, you know what? Quickly, I just need to point out something as well. So I've done a bit of an update on the binder investment rules with the power video editing. I'll flash on my screen right now. I just wanted to like highlight a bit more points across over there. Like I mentioned, that I'm not buying any duplicate cards, which is, I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. The reason why, because otherwise I'll just buy a binder full of Charizard VMAX, but it's not going to make great content, is it, guys? So there we have it. The other thing is, I've calculated it up because I've got roughly about 256 pockets to cover over here in the Mint Keeper binder. I have worked out if I buy 4 to 6 cards per month, I should be able to complete it by December 2029. So that's like a very long time from here to go on. But hell, we've committed to this series. So if you guys love collecting single Pokemon cards and seeing how it goes throughout over the years, this is going to be the perfect series for you guys. But yeah, that's it. Like the other things I'll explain to you what's happened this month. We're close to Christmas right now, so let's go ahead and just showcase what are the cards that I bought to add onto the binder. So here we go, guys. The first card we're adding onto the binder, and it's a flashback for any of you guys that watch my Yorkshire card show vlog. This is the Licking Tongue that we bought over there. I was on the hunt for some single cards to add onto my binder, and yeah, this illustration rare from Temporal Forces as well. I just knew straight away I'm paying a fair price. It is literally £5 I paid for, and as you can see over here, the value is £5. So we broke even, but for me, it's gonna be a slow burner card. And to be honest, I have a love for this Licking Tongue as well. Like, I love the artwork. It's just there in the kitchen, like literally eating some cupcake or ice creams over there. And then again, 151 Pokemon. It's naturally gonna soften my heart like that. If I was a spirit animal Pokemon, that's gonna be me. I would love to be another Pokemon, but I'm too fat and lazy, and I'm gonna be eating cake. So I'll just have to be honest with myself. The only thing I'm lacking is I'm not pink in skin color, but you never know. You might get a brown Licking Tongue, like if they made it ever changes on there. The trajectory as well, look, it's gone down since its release date, but it has that slow climb starting to come up over here. And I can only say it's going to, like I said, I mentioned, it's going to be a slow burner. But for me, it's a broke even card. It's a cool design card. And you know what? We'll only see it over time increasing. I'm quite confident in saying that. So yeah, that's the first card onto the binder. So next up, guys, we've got Lugia V over there, another one from Yorkshire Card Show. So I got this at an absolute great price, I would say, £3.50, but the rule is we're rounding it up to £4. But as you can see over here, it's roughly about £6 now for the near mint condition version of this card. So we're in the plus. The card has stagnated in terms of the prices for the last year and a half. Reason being, there's quite a few reasons, to be fair. Firstly, Silver Tempest is still widely available, like from collection boxes to Poké Tins. And the other thing as well is there's so many Lugias in Silver Tempest. Like, the main chase is obviously the special illustration rare over there, 166. You got the rainbow one, V-Star ultra rare. You got another V-Star one as well somewhere around over here. Although I feel like that might be from a collection box. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, look, there's mine, like literally. So I have all the bunch over here. These are cards that are more higher in value. So yeah, I mean, obviously I don't see it increasing anytime soon, but then again, I don't see it dipping as well. I think this price frame is going to be where it is for at least the next 2 years. That's my prediction. So we'll see if I'm right, but for me, I love the card design. I love the artwork. It reminds me of a FIFA dynamic card, like the new school FIFA cards out over there. If you just put a football onto Lugia's head over there, he'll be scoring a goal in my eyes. So, yeah, like I said, for me, again, it's another thing. It's a bit of emotional detachment as well, because when I had Game Boy Color, there was two options. You either get the gold or the silver, and I remember I got silver, my brother got gold, which kind of showed where we diverted in life a bit. But like I mentioned, for me, Lugia has that like nostalgia and that attachment for me. And again, everyone calls him the second generation Charizard, and you can easily see why. So next up, guys, we've got Moonbrion. No, it's not Moonbrion, of course it isn't. Well, it's technically got Moon in there, so Beta Moonbrion. Let's give it a nickname, why don't I? But yeah, look, this card has got a lot of things going for it. Firstly, this is I've been looking out for Umbreon actually for a while now. From my original comment section, someone put it down hey, Umbreon Black Star promo card is increasing, and I said, well, which one is it, from the XY era? Is it this one? And basically said both. And it is true, it has been increasing very steadily, both cards. But Umbreon, I mean, this one in particular comes from the triple blister pack set of Evolving Skies. So I mean, that packs in itself is absolutely famous because of the Umbreon card as well. I mean, even Evolving Skies was just a single booster packs almost triple the price from its original set now. But if you look at the history as well, usually when these cards drop, the Black Star promo cards fluctuate around £1 to £2 area. You can see it's literally doubled in price in the 2 years mark frame. Like, and it's only going to increase from here on out or onwards. I mean, even as a graded card, people want to go ahead and get this in PSA 10. That is why they're willing to literally pay triple the price from a PSA 9 card over there. It's just got so much like pluses on Umbreon. Like, obviously it's massively endorsed and like loved by the modern community in Pokemon. And again, I'm going to even just point this out. It's simple as it's going to get. This is going to be the first of many Umbreons in my binder, because the card in itself is absolutely sought after from so many, like, it's so many like versions you can go and get hold of still for a decent price. You don't have to pay ridiculous amount and get the Moonbreon, you know, like, if you have that budget, fair play. But this one we want to stick you know, to a more relatively respectable budget. So there's, like, even from the top of my head, yes, we can look at the XY one, we can look at the VMAX one. There's quite a few that I can list off over there. So like I mentioned, this is going to be first of many Umbreons in this binder set. And finally, guys, we got Dragonite V over here, the Black Star promo card. Now, I know a lot of you guys going, what the hell, Hustlemon? Dragonite V, like, what is this? Like, this, what, just 4 cards? This, what is going on? Look, like, before you give me, like, Resident Evil alert mode over here, I've got a story to explain to you this month. I've had a rough month in terms of getting single cards over here, and I'll go ahead and tell you, literally, it's been a disaster, and I kind of needed to force to add this onto the binder. Firstly, let's not even diss Dragonite, because I feel like we're underplaying Dragonite over here. Yes, it's cheap and cheerful, but it's still freaking Dragonite. Alright, respect to that Pokemon. Now, here's the thing, guys, right? I actually got this as a bundle from Lloyd's Twin Trader, which I pointed out before. I love their website. Every card I used to get from them, it was in near mint / mint conditions, and I've graded them before. They've come out with 8+. Like, I can't fault the website. And then on eBay they had a sale where you buy 3, you get 20% off. So this is the first bad experience I've had with them ever, and I need to stress this out. But I saw this Pikachu card that I wanted to add onto the binder. It was a Sun and Moon Black Star promo Pikachu card, and unfortunately it even took them like about 5 days to get in touch with me, saying like, look, we're really sorry we don't have this Pikachu card. Is there any other card that you want to point out and get, and we'll replace it for you? And I said, look, I do like the look of the Sun and Moon Black Star promo Eevee card, and I thought it would be great having Umbreon and Eevee together side by side as well. And they said, yeah, you know, that's absolutely fine. It is £1.50 more, but you know, we'll just send it, yeah. And I've said, okay, cool. Now the Eevee card arrived, and I can only describe it as a very good condition card, like a PSA 4 max. There's just too many writing in the back, a bit of scratches over there as well, and that is the first time that's ever happened, despite the card being listed at mint and near mint. I don't want to speculate, but maybe I was undercut because they had this promotion on, and you know, they already selling the cards quite cheap, and then obviously I'm asking for an extra one. Well, they wanted this card to sell for an extra £1.50, but maybe they just gave me the worst one out of the bunch. But I just couldn't put it in the binder because obviously we have to stick to the principles. So that's gone into my Black Star promo binder instead, that Eevee now. Second thing, guys, that I got, right, I had a bundle. I bought a bundle of cards, like, from first edition Psyduck that I was actively searching out. I was literally looking for this first edition Psyduck to add onto the binders, and I saw this lady who put it up on eBay, like a collection over there for like £14 of like all first edition cards, Omnistar, Gold Duck, etc. I was like, oh, we are on a good one over here. Only this set of Pokemon cards that she had, she was selling all clothes instead. So it's just like, she said, look, it's a random thing, I've got it over here, you know, this is what I've got. I said, look, you know, I'm going to do my haggling, got it down to £10. And that was it. Like I said, yes, we're going to strike some gold, because she listed it off at mint and near mint, but it only had 2 pictures on eBay. And I tried to stay to my principles where I need to, you know, I want to examine the pictures carefully. But I took her word for it. She says it's in absolute incredible condition. So I took her word for it. Uh, so when it arrived, right, guys, it arrived in like a standard letter. So my heart sank first, like, because I'm like, the post office would not have given a crap what's in there. That would have been chucked left, right, and centre. And again, the cards, I'm not going to say they were bad. Again, they're about PSA 4 level, I would say. But not near mint. Not mint condition. Again, a lot of white ink. So I'm like let down on that. And then finally, guys, the final disaster that I've had as of this month is one person in my comment section mentioned about the Paradox with Steel Licks. And I was like, oh, you know what? That's a good shout. So I've been obsessing over this card. This card's actually been the bane of my life. So if this person watching this right now, honestly, you like, good shout, but it's caused me some nightmares just trying to find this card. It has literally been driving me nuts. So I went on eBay, was scouring it out. I found one for £15. I was like, yes, okay, let's go ahead and purchase this. The guy cancelled my order 3 days later, no excuses whatsoever, and I was like, what the hell? So I was like, okay, probably didn't want to sell it for that cheap, whatever. I then go ahead and win a bid on Steelix for £16. I was like, yes, you know, this is a reasonable price, break even again, good card to have on the binder. The guy never sends it. I had to go ahead and give it a chase, going, hey, where's my card and all this and that. And that created a limbo. That paused me down for almost 10 days because I didn't want him to send it out, and then me buying another one, I end up with 2 Steelixes. You know, that's it. Like, I just didn't want to be in that position. So yeah, the Steelix has caused me nightmares, and that's it, guys. And this is why I just had to have a 4th card in the binder. So we got Dragonite. It's filling in the spot, and at least we got a story to tell now, because that is literally what it's been like. So we're still on the hunt for that Steelix, but we're getting close to Christmas now. I'm not going to find any more single cards, guys, and it's just going to be simple as that. So that is it. These are the 4 cards that's added onto the binder this month. Let's go ahead and summarize it all. So there we have it, guys. The new collection value is £122, and we spent £15 this month, so that brings the grand total that we spent so far £81. That's not really bad. Look, we're 3 episodes in, and we literally increased the collection value by 1/3 as well. So I feel like that's quite like cool, like just how that's worked out. Obviously we're not spent much, and we pretty much broke even on most of these cards. Like a few quids in, not enough to get a bus fare, put it that way. But again, you know, this is one of them things. They're slow burner cards, and we've got all the time in the world. You know, we've got literally 5 years to work on this in particular project that I've created over here. So it's quite cool, you know, to see how it builds up over time. One thing, guys, look, I always appreciate any suggestions. I like to look at cards that roughly about £5 to £30 area. Like that Steelix was an incredible shout. I wouldn't have thought of it on top of my head as well. So when people come on board and put them suggestions forward, it does give me time to go ahead and research and see how these cards are performing, and it helps out the content as well. So, you know, do feel free to drop it in. Even though that Steelix has been the bane of my life, it's caused me sleepless nights, and I've literally, like, oh man, I've despised it. Right now it's probably my most hated Pokemon, but I still appreciate the suggestion. I will get hold of it. It's just as a when now, really. That's it. So we'll be on the hunt for Steelix. Another thing I probably should try to do as well is, you can see I've gone complete 2 separate ends of the table, haven't I? I've gone complete old school original base set over there, and then completely modern Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet. So we need to add in some XYZs and Suns and Moons and Neo Genesis, etc. We're gonna try, I guess as next month, I'll try to see if we can get another column in over there. But yeah, look, we like I said, I'm glad I'm working on this. It's actually a bit of a fun content for me, and I guess it's one of those things as well. It's bringing in the community as a large as well. Like, you got trainers that love this content, collectors, investors, you know, just people as well that just want to have a brain dead moment and just see how other people's binders are performing. It's quite a cool little content over here. Speaking of performances as well, guys, look, I want to just quickly say something. My algorithm now finally says I'm getting more UK audiences. Like, as of this month, it's now 70% UK. That is the first time ever it's beat the USA. Not trying to exclude the American audiences, but we're working on pounds over here, not dollars. And it's just one of them things, guys. I want to help out home turf as well. And it's just cool that I'm seeing it as well, because the algorithm does that through you guys liking the videos and, you know, showing some support over here as well. So it's great that you guys are obviously coming on board and you know, liking the content as well. And I guess it's, you know, it's cool to see some diversity across, you know, the global aspect of Pokemon. Like, people in America can watch it and say, oh, look, this is how much we have to spend over here in the UK, and the same in Australia and all this stuff. And you can just, you know, respect the community as a large thing. And I'm glad I'm able to do this kind of content. And, you know, people over here as well are starting to recognize me more and more. You know, I'm still small, still very, very small. Let's not get big-headed, but the numbers have been increasing. And to say I've been doing this for coming up to 4 months and having over 200 subscribers, just for a passion of mine, through something that I love in person, it's great, you know. So thank you. It's all down to you guys. Yeah, look, that's it, guys. That's me summarized it. So thank you once again. Look, if I probably try to get a content out before Christmas, I might do a pack opening. I might keep that as a bit of a surprise as to what I do. But, you know, if things don't go as planned, I want to say right now, I wish you all a great Christmas and a great New Year. Thank you once again for all the support. You just look after yourself, guys. And yeah, I guess I'll see you all on the next video. Take care until then.